Hey Latin learners! We've really come so far in such a short time, but now it's time to kick things up a notch. We have a good batch of Latin words to learn, and my sister just told me of this great place to build a barn. Let's get to it.
Now we're moving on to third declension adjectives, and the first word we come across is gravis e. This word's easier to remember if you think of the word grave, because it means heavy, severe, or serious. Now be careful, if you put grave as the translation for this word, you probably won't see that in the answer key. Next word is brevis e. This word's easy to remember if you think of the word brief, because it means short. Then we have communis e. This word's pretty easy. You can kind of see what it means in the stem. It means common. And then we have difficilis e. You can also see the meaning of this word in the stem. It means difficult. Then we have facilis e. This word means easy. Then we have fortis e. Now I like to think of a fort, kind of like in the military, because that's where you find brave or strong people. So if you can think of the word fort, when you see fortis, then you might think of brave or strong. Then we have nobilis e. Another that you can see the meaning of it in, because it means noble or renowned. Then we have omnis e. This word's easy to remember if you think of what God is, because a lot of times we say words like omnipresent or omnipotent or omniscient. All of those words have omne at the beginning of them. And that's because all of those words start with all present, all powerful, all knowing. Omnis e means all, or every. Now you know where we got that. Then we have cupidus aum. Cupidity means is an English word that means that someone is eager or desirous. And this Latin word means eager or desirous. Now with this adjective and the next three adjectives, we have to be careful because these are governing adjectives, which means that you'll also have to memorize what case they govern. So this says adjective with the genitive case. So we'll have to memorize that cupidus aum governs with the genitive case. And then we have plenus. If you think of plenty, then it's easy to remember that this word means full. And this adjective governs with genitive or ablative. Fenitimus aum. I'm not sure why, but this word reminds me of the word fence. Now, often a fence is used to separate your property with the next guy's property. Fenitimus aum means neighboring or next. This adjective governs with the dative case. Now note that this is the only adjective that doesn't govern with the genitive case. So when you're translating from English to Latin and you want to put one of these words in, if you're not using this one from these four adjectives, then you'll know that it can probably govern with the genitive case. And then we have similes e. You can see this one in the stem. Similes looks like the word similar or like. And this word governs with the genitive once again, or the dative. Jesus. Ooh. Now you have to be careful with this one because it kind of has its own declension. But thankfully most of that is just adding a U onto the stem, so it's not too hard to memorize. Plus it's only in the singular. This word's pretty easy to guess. It means Jesus. Then we have a little combination here. Et, ... et. Now this ... right here means other parts of the sentence that are in between the two. And it means both ... and. Now you don't have to add the ... into your translation.
barn's done, I think a chicken coop would go great here.
Then we have quid. Quid means what? No, I'm not asking you, it means what. It's an interrogative pronoun. Then we have prima luce. This is another little combination here. Prima, you can help to remind yourself by the word prime. Prime kind of talks about the first of something. And then luce comes from the Latin word lux, lucis. So literally this would mean at first light. But we translate it to mean at dawn, which is the first light. Then we have herbs, herbis. If you think of the word urban, then that'll help you to remember that this means city. Then we have pons, pontis. Be careful with this one, it's an exception. It's going to be masculine, even though it has that S at the end for third declension. It means bridge. And then we have signum e. This one's not too bad. You can kind of see what it means in the stem. It means standard, signal, or sign. One of those three. It's a second declension neuter noun. And then finally we have eques, equitis. If you think of equine, meaning having to do with horses, then you'll remember that this means a horseman, or if it's in the plural, then cavalry.
If you want to build a chicken coop like this, check out the link in the description.
Alright, so let's go back through our vocabulary words and see if we can remember what they mean. So we have gravis, This word means heavy, severe, or serious. Brevis, This word means short. Not short as in height, more like short as in time-wise. We have communis, This word means common. Difficilis, This word means difficult. Facilis, This means easy, as in easy to do.
A little space for the chickens to stretch their legs.
Fortis, brave or strong. Nobilis, means noble or renowned. Omnis, all or every. Then we have cupidus aum. Remember, so this is the first of our governing adjectives. So this word means eager or desirous, but it also governs with the genitive case. Then we have plenus aum. This word means full, and it governs with the genitive or the ablative. Then we have finitimus aum. Remember, this word means neighboring or next, and it governs with the dative case. And then we have similis, This word means similar or like, and it governs with the genitive or the dative case.
And now for the crops.
Jesus ou. Can you remember what this one means? It means Jesus. And then we have et, ... et, which means both and. But notice that this only works if you have both those ets to get in the sentence. There has to be two, not just one. Then we have quid, which means what? It means what? Prima luce, or luce, means at dawn. Herbs, herbis. City. Pons, pontis. Exception, it's masculine. It means bridge. Signum, signi. See if you can remember all three. Standard, signal, or sign. Second declension neuter. And then finally, eques, equitis. Remember that means, see if you can remember the singular and plural. Singular means horsemen and plural, cavalry. Good job, so just work hard to make sure and memorize these words before continuing.
We've got food for days. We have a nice barn with animals and a chicken coop. It took a lot of work to build this place and to expand our Latin word bank, but look at how awesome the reward is. This was fun. See you next time.